Nintendo, Nintendo, Nintendo. Oh, where to even begin? I might as well begin from the very beginning. My love for Nintendo. But before we get to that, let me give a quick introduction. I'm Shinji. Um, I would say the leader of a media creative studio, along with my brother Maestro and my sister Licious. We now and again stream, do a couple of videos, gaming videos, related videos, and anime podcasts. Check out our anime podcast. I'm gonna leave the link in the description, and if you can click on the top right corner, you're gonna see it's gonna take you to our podcast. Anyway, getting back to my main points, which is my love for Nintendo and amongst other things. Start playing Mario when I was maybe 7 years old, 8 years old. Super Mario 3 was my first introduction with Mario. Amazing game, absolutely amazing game. Loved it so much to the point where I played the old one, which is the Super Mario Brothers and whatnot on the NES. But yeah, Mario has always had. I've always had a soft spot for Mario and Nintendo in general. I mean, they have bangers back in the day, especially on the SNES. You know, we had games like Donkey Kong Country, the Mario games, even the old Mario Kart that was really good as well. Star Fox. Um, to be fair, I mainly proper started to play video games when I reached the age of Nintendo 64, or when the Nintendo 64 came out. Um, that's when I really started to play games. But the classic ones have always been my favorite, given the fact that if you look throughout this channel, you see mainly retro games. I was inspired by Nintendo games to be able to create this channel and just play old games and share it with people. Nothing too crazy. Just play games, share it with people. Maybe a little bit of commentary here and there. But yeah, my love for Nintendo is there. So believe me, when I'm criticizing them, it's not because I'm being a hater. It's because I'm a fan and I want it to get better. With that out of the way, bloody hell, Nintendo, they need to improve. I feel like they feel like they don't have competition, even though they clearly have competition, but they're in their own little world, in their own little bubble, which they're doing good. You know what they say: when something isn't broke, don't fix it. But the problem is, something is kind of broke, and it does kind of need fixing. But we just pretend that it's not broken. Nintendo have been so focused on their innovation, which is good. Don't get me wrong; they've been focused on innovation. But if you compare their console with other current gen console, that's not gonna fly. I'm sorry, but that's not gonna fly. Look at the Nintendo Switch. Yeah, look at the Nintendo Switch and compare it to when it came out, the PS3, no, PS4, and the Xbox. I think it was Series X or whichever. Those are obviously powerful consoles. Nintendo wouldn't hold a candle. And not only that, the games on Nintendo were running at 720p on the handheld, 1080p on on the docking system, but you can clearly see the pixels on the 1080p, which obviously means that they were not using anti-aliasing for their games. But that's beside the point. I hated playing Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild on the docking system. I hated it. I played it the whole way through completely in handheld because it just looks so glaring. And yeah, that's been a huge issue. Nintendo, in terms of like their console, you can't even surf the web. It's such an easy application, such an easy thing, to allow your consumer to surf the web and do what they want. But no, they made a very closed off system, which is I love it when a gaming I would say a gaming manufacturer, a gaming company that produces consoles, so i.e. Sony, Microsoft and whatnot, when they give you They give you freedom, you have the freedom to do what you want, install Linux, run a different application system that normally wouldn't come from that company. I can understand in a way they're trying to fight piracy, but there's better ways of doing it than to punish all the consumers. I would love to turn a PS5 into a game, a gaming PC as well, because it has the horsepower. It has the horsepower, but it's very lacking in terms of user friendly. I don't even know the correct term for it. But anyway, what I'm trying to get at is Nintendo Switch. Even though they're making bucks, they're making money. Even though the console is clearly selling, but in terms of competing with other console, it's I don't know. It's not competing for me personally. It's not competing. They're in their own little world. That's fine, but I want better for Nintendo. Look at the Nintendo Online. Everybody have been complaining about it. Nothing has changed. Still the same. Nintendo is not competing in the console market. Okay, maybe in a technical aspect, in a more, by the numbers, you would say it is competing in the market. Yes, I can understand that. But in a, I would say, competitive gaming aspect, no, it's not competing. Sorry, the Switch is not as powerful as it should be. You know what I mean? As I said, the graphical fidelity already lets me down big time. Oh my god, the graphical fidelity. I would rather play in 720p because it seems like games were really made for the 720p than the 1080p. 1080p on the Switch just looks like an upscale. It really does. You know. And also, don't get me started on certain games. Well, most of the games, there is not really replayability in those games. There are some, but not really. For example, when I completed Mario Odyssey, I feel like there was nothing else left to do. Completed Legend of Zelda. Yes, I know there are plenty of side quests and a lot of that, but on my way I did most of those side quests, so I can really get powerful, get my Master Sword, which I did, and have my full life. And I was prepared when I faced Calamity Ganondorf, or whatever his name was called. So I was prepared. After defeating him, I felt like, what am I doing? No replayability. Now, games like Smash Bros. Or Mario Kart, understandable. Replayability online, even though it is a bit trash, but yeah. Most of the games, not so much. And then we have the issue with third parties. Third party games. Third party have to create a game that will work on all the consoles. So that would mean that it works on the PS4 or PS5, Xbox, and then Nintendo. But the problem with that is Nintendo is so under. It has, I don't know the correct term for it, but it's not powerful enough that they either have to create a whole new game. Okay, maybe not the Switch. Now I'm exaggerating. Maybe not the Switch. On the Nintendo Wii, that was a different story. They had to create a whole new game of the same game just for it to run on the inferior console. But on the Switch, yeah, they will have to really reduce the quality performance of the game for it to be able to run on the Nintendo Switch. Look at when they made a big deal about Assassin's Creed coming on the Nintendo Switch. Assassin's Creed is coming on the Switch. Yeah, a third-party game is coming on the Switch. Okay, cool, no worries. What Assassin's Creed was it? Assassin's Creed 3, a game that ran perfect on the PlayStation 3. Bro, come on, that can't be an achievement. That cannot be an achievement. You know what I mean? So I'm really, I really hope with Nintendo Switch 2, which I hope they change the name. They gotta stop with this naming. It just feels like 2.0. They gotta stop with that. We had the Wii, and then we had the Wii U. Like, bro, come on, man. It just seems like you're giving us the same console. If this is supposed to be a more powerful Wii, give it a brand new name. It may look and operate similar to the Switch, the previous Switch, but give it a new name, a more enticing name. You know me? You get me? So I'm expecting them to allow us to surf the web. Number one, bro, come on. Number one, allow us to surf the web, because it's not rocket science. Work on the Switch Online, and I mean work on it. Don't just charge us egregious, like horrible type of money, and then give us a really bare bone service. Yes, I'm glad I'm able to play all the previous game on the Switch Online. That's great, but I mainly need it for online gaming. Work on that. Okay, the horsepower as well, it has to be able to compete with latest consoles, so that we can get more third-party games without them having to sacrifice graphical fidelity, sacrifice performance. You know, I have high expectation of the Switch too, because I do genuinely love Nintendo, but I'm not going to pick up just any trash. My money, it's very in this economy, is very difficult to drop 500 on a console. It's very difficult with this economy. And in the UK, we're really feeling it. So I need justification. I need tangibility. I don't know if I'm using the correct term, but I need something to really push me, like, to really push me. Okay, get this console. You know why I don't have a PS5 anymore? I don't have a PS5 yet. It's because I look at the games. The games are both coming on the PS4 and the PS5, so it's not PS5 exclusive. So what's the point of me getting it? I was actually going to get PS5 when they announced God of War Ragnarok, and then I heard that it was going to be on the PS4, and I'm like, oh, I already got a PS4 Pro. I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna get on the PS4 Pro. It plays and looks amazing. Same thing, right? Well, I mean, not the same thing, but you get me. I need something tangible. I need something to really, really push me. Okay, I need to get this game, and I don't have anywhere else to get this game. Nintendo gotta do that. Come on, Nintendo, man. I'm rooting for you. Alright? Okay. If you guys enjoyed the video, please leave a like, subscribe, check out in the description. There is a buy me a coffee. It's my donation page, so any little helps, even 2 pence, 3 pence, 50 pence, whatever you can spare, it'll help the channel grow big time. And I'm really trying to push on posting at least once a day, or maybe 3, 4, 5 times a week. I'm really pushing for it. We have games coming up. I'm currently playing Legacy of Kain. I have Assassin's Creed, which I'm streaming. I hope you guys tune in for the stream as well, because not a lot of people tune in for the stream. But I do have a lot of Americans tuning in my stream more than UK, so much respect. Love you guys. Appreciate you guys for that. Yeah, I'm playing Grand Theft Auto. I'm playing a bunch of games. Check out the channel. You'll see loads of videos. Watch them. If you like them, comment. Any comments, even if it's hate, any comment will do. I want to see some engagement. I want to see that the channel is alive, because I really want this channel to grow, and I hope you guys will grow with me. Alright guys, till the next video, yeah? In a bit. Ciao.